My name is Harry, and I'm from London.
Meghan Markle here.
Today is February 22nd, 2024. It is 1:48 a.m. This is the back end. I don't know, it took me a while to put some stuff together, even though there were a lot of tweets, but many of them had to do with William and with the Middle East and all of that. So I had to be very selective. So this is what I have here. I have about 12 tweets that are recent. And then I have 4 of these from last week when we were on mute that I think I might put in this video, depending on how long I take. And there's more tweets from last week which I have not recorded, so I don't know if I will ever touch base on them. Maybe one of these days or maybe later I'll check them and see how good they are, if I should share them. But these, at some point, I will record them. It's for our Port of Pew service. There's some stuff regarding TikTok and Canada and, World Central Kitchen. This one I recorded already, but it's embedded in one of my videos. I have to figure out how I could get it out or just record it again. Okay, so we're gonna start with this. All right, and this is the back end. This is our APTS Team Sussex 3797. So let's go on Twitter. Wow, I paused for a few and this just popped up on my timeline. Okay, what did I tell ya? Rupert Murdoch rolled over the UK. Pierce boss got him cleared from Afghan. Dan's boss made Met Police cancel their investigation on him. Monarchy media barons roll over a government too. I knew that Met won't charge Queen Camilla's friend. Wow. Effing L. Okay. Dan Wotton cleared by police, or rather no further action, he says, despite copious evidence of his secret porn recordings, fake identities, drugging victims, date rape, and, my goodness, blackmail, all fully documented by Byline. Okay, I'm not even gonna go over this. Let me just leave that as that. Okay, it was not on my list. It just popped up on my timeline when I switch over. Wow, I put it on my community board. You guys could check it out. Let me go on my first. I can't believe this. The UK, not a place to go. Wow, very corrupt. Okay, so this is my first tweet here. Okay, the palace leakers is the prince of pegging. Okay, 29 seconds. There will be screenshots. Okay, that's from the Docue series on this channel. The tweets that I will be covering. All right.
I would far rather get destroyed in the press than play along with this game or this business of trading. And to see my brother's office copy the very same thing that we promised the two of us would never ever do, that was heartbreaking.
Wow. Yeah, and look at the first tweet that I just shared. Okay. Peggy has had emotional issues before Diana died, to be honest. My opinion is Diana wasn't allowed to get him the help he needed because of the men in gray suit. So that's my response to this. That was like February 20th. In my opinion, I think she was trying her best. It's when she died, that's when the reprogramming started. Gray suits and 3 in a marriage to William. Another word, brainwashing. Is like whatever you saw, whatever was happening with your mother or whatever it is, it's not what it is. This is what after Princess Diana died. This is what they were trying to tell them. William agreed with them. Harry did not. Harry was like, I was there. I saw what I saw, and I believe what I saw. This kind of thing. That's what this tweet meant. Two people liked it. Willy hasn't figured out a way to leak where Kate is and use his tabloid dogs and media minions to make her absence all her own fault. Okay, so this is someone I blocked. Okay, I'm just gonna leave it alone. There's that damn Wooten here. The Queens may have married her cousin, but I assure you, Meghan didn't. Okay, so I don't know what is it. You know what? Let's leave that alone. Okay, it's going off topic right now. Now, these are some videos. There will be a screenshot. Alright, come on. I hate
too many.
Okay, whenever it starts, I can find a play and pause thing. Alright, so this was one of the recent videos. How interested is that? Even the stout monarchists know that Willy blows with the wind and is only motivated by his one-sided competition with his brother. Okay, 2 minutes and 20 seconds.
First time it's happened in so much candor. He says too many have died in the Gaza conflict. Why do you think he made that statement?
Because, and I'm not saying that means he's wrong or this opinion is wrong, because it's the fashionable opinion. It's what everybody on social media is saying. It's what people around William will be saying. And I think this is something we have to be a little bit wary of with William, as he probably becomes monarch quite soon, is that he has a tendency, because he's so worried about his brother, to want to sort of be, to outwoke Harry, as it were, to be more on the side of fashionable opinion than Harry. And this is a very cynical take, but I only say this because I thought the last line of his statement was ridiculous. I think it's something like, I continue to believe in a brighter future, and I refuse to give up on that hope.
He said, even in the darkest hour, we must not succumb to the counsel of despair. I continue to cling to the hope that a brighter future can be found, and I refuse to give up on that.
That sounds to me like sort of narcissistic Instagram talk.
The thing...
No one's
Narcissistic Instagram talk? What is that? Wherever the wind blows, I guess, they're not taking him serious. I'm laughing, but it's not a laughing matter, knowing what I've seen. And then when you look at mainstream media don't want to talk what's happening in Gaza. There's a video that I saw of a Zionist. The thing that she was saying, it's unbelievable. I can share this with you. This is, I don't know, God has to intervene some way, somehow, because this is full-blown evil that's going worldwide. And also, this is the first time I'm actually seeing an honest discussion that is being done right now in the UK. This video, this is the most honest discussion that I've seen so far coming out of the UK. The others are just full-blown BS. Let's continue.
Asking him
the
not
thing
to
that
give up on hope.
the thing you've got absolutely right, which won't be popular, and I'm completely with you, and I don't care. These are the platitudes. I'm a monarchist, an absolute royalist through and through, because we were brought up, all of us. But
well, let's give him credit on that. He's not hiding behind anything. He's letting it be known. Okay, not that I agree with him, but the fact that he's making it clear where he stands. So that's good in a way, but that doesn't mean I agree with him.
by the Queen, who didn't get involved, because that's what a constitutional monarchy. I remember Prince Charles, as then, if ever he got involved, he'd be slaughtered. People would say, oh, it's not your position. He can have a conscience, and I absolutely believe that what he said a lot of people will agree with. The problem is, the minute you dip your toe, you then run the risk of forever being dragged into stuff. And whether people like this or not, and you're the third person that said it this morning. Quentin said it, I said it, and you've just said it. The problem is their family is in the spotlight for this breakdown and point scoring and woke agenda. And I just felt I want him to stay aloof.
Well, people like William, so they're not going to like.
You know what? As much I'm surprised, I agree with this guy. The guy that was just saying he's a monarchist. He is right, because in some posts that I posted on my community board, and I was like, let me go look for it. It's better for me to read it. This is what I said on my community board when I posted it. This is the the last image and the post. Okay, somebody forgot to send the left behind Mr. Statement the memo. Unless, quote, the left behind statement, that's pretty much William, wants to destroy the monarchy, he had better shut up fast. Why do I say that? Because Nigel Farage told Charles the same thing when Charles opened his mouth about what was happening with the immigrants going to Rwanda. Okay? So it seems like Princess Anne has a cleanup and salty aisle 5, laughing my ass off. The UK is in deep wackily doo-doo. Okay, so these are the things. It doesn't show properly. Let me open the tweets, the things that come on. Alright, so there they are. That was the first one that I share. It's opening different places. Okay, so this was the first screenshot. Prince William has muddled up the Middle East issue so much the British Foreign Office had decided to send Princess Anne to the Middle East gravel for forgiveness. Okay, so that was the first one. And then these were the second images that I put. And there's the third image for you guys to see. There's all of that. It's all these. What I'm showing right now is on my community board. And this was the last one that I put. This when Charles had said something about Rwanda. And then Nigel Farage responded, unless Prince Charles wants to destroy the monarchy, he had better shut up. So that's what I had said about William. Okay? So now let me go back to X. Is that the one? Let me pause. I have so many tabs open. Okay, so there it is here. So the guy who said he's a monarchist, he was right. And I agree with him. I'm not saying I'm really for him into a monarchist type of thing, but this is what it is. This is what it is. All right, let's finish listening to it.
Criticism of William, but listen to that statement. You know, I refuse to give up on a bright hope. No one's saying, William, you must give up on your hope for a brighter future. It's virtue signalling, I'm afraid, to use an overused phrase.
You said it was the fashionable opinion. It's opinion, by saying...
Okay, now, if he keeps it up, he's gonna see who's really for him. All those yes, sir. When it comes to the Murdoch things, and there's a vision the Tories have, they're aiming for it and everything like that. So, William, better be careful. Whatever. All right, so let me read some of the comments here. Whatever is here, bottom up. Ouch, let me pause this. Ouch, those words, quote, point scoring with his brother, end quote, is so powerful, even they can see that Willy is the one in fierce one-sided competition with his brother. There's that here. I had to laugh when he said people like William. All right, so let me go to the next tweet. Oh, come on. You could see with the very first tweet that I shared that was not on my list, Martin Brenning, the amount of things that was going on with Byline, the evidence and everything, squashed. Okay, William's gonna find out. They don't care. They're on the path of where they want to go. The evildoers, they are in the path of where they want to go. If William wants to muddle in, hey, by all means, go ahead. Okay, now you're gonna see if those yes sir men are really for you, because it seems like over there, conscious, truth, and what do you call empathy, or how will I say that? It's all of that, but it's something more than that. Doesn't work over there. Okay, when you see the wrong, you stick by, to do the right. These type of things don't exist in the UK. It's like money talk. All those people around you who you thought are your friends or he telling you the right thing, you're gonna see. Because many of them do not have any position. Okay, but those evildoers, they have their mindset to where they want to go, and it seems like it's leading that way. There's let me not branch off. This is the same video but different caption. Okay, I'm not gonna play it again. Okay, I'm glad Brits are seeing through Prince William's pledges as nothing more than performative PR to one-up his little brother. William's gilded cage is still a cage that binds him from freedoms others enjoy and traps him. Harry, on the other hand, is free. Alright, Willy is using Gaza as a PR stunt and nothing more, trying hard to outshine his brother. He's jealous of all the attention his brother Prince Harry is getting. But the thing is that what Harry is doing, Not everyone had the guts. I guess this was the word that I was looking for. Guts. The UK do not have the guts. The people do not have the guts to stand firm on substance, on, protect the integrity of what's right, this kind of thing. But Harry does. He has the guts. This is why they chase him out of there. They literally chase him out of there because Harry has guts. He stands for something. Okay, whether or not you agree, I'm not talking about for you to agree with anything that I say, but, or whatever Harry agrees to. Okay, but Harry has guts. He has a vision. He stands by what he says. And this is something that I've also put on my community board. Let me go search for it. Okay, it was this image of Harry. Okay, he's in this screen over here, and there's all these people, and I think it's photoshopped. Okay, somebody probably photoshopped it. If it's real, I don't know. Okay, but this is what I put. True statement. That's the one they are afraid of. He means what he says what he means, he follows through. Okay, for instance, since he was a young man, he been saying he want that separation between the public and private, and the intrusion. He doesn't want people to come in his private life, the photographers, the media and stuff like that. He's been saying this for a very long time.
Chance my arm with a cheeky question. A bit like your mother, you are pursued every minute of every day by lots of people trying to take photographs, videoing, recording what you're saying, pushing. How can you possibly have a private life?
Cheeky question. You're right, that is a cheeky question. But Andrew, to be honest with you, sadly, that line between public and private life is almost non-existent anymore, and we will continue to do our best to ensure that there is the line. We are completely aware that we're in a very privileged position, and I will spend the rest of my life earning that privilege and trying to bring a spotlight onto things and causes that really matter to me, and I hopefully matter to a lot of other people as well. Everyone has a right to their privacy, and a lot of the members of the public get it, but sadly in some areas there is this sort of incessant need to find out every little bit of detail about what goes on behind the scenes. It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing, but the private life has to be private, and I hope people respect that.
Where he still stick by it, where he left the country and said, no, I'm not gonna let you intrude in my privacy. I will share what I want to share with you. But it seems like if the media just, respect what he said, I'm sure we would have seen so much more, because he will let us in on the way he wants to share with us. And his wife too. But because of the forced intrusion, it prevents many of us from not seeing anything, until the docu-series, and he put it the way he wants to put it. Okay, but if the media had respected what he said, we would have seen so much more from Harry. It's just that when in the process of living their lives, of grasping in the moment, the media wants to be there. Harry is saying, no, I want to enjoy those moments. When I'm ready to share this with you, I'll share them with you. Okay, these are the things. I'm telling you, the media really screwed up really big time with Harry. Only if they had respected his privacy. When you look at Meghan, for instance, when I look at some of the posts, the Sussex squad, the ones who've been following her since way before I even, know she exists or something like that. Okay, from the TIG and everything that she was doing on IG and stuff, she shared many stuff. Okay, she shared many stuff, and Meghan let it be known. Life is about sharing. She talked about it in the Oprah interview.
I think life is about being able to share our stories and share parts of our lives that you're comfortable with. There's no one who's on Instagram or social media that would say, because I shared this one picture, that entitles you to have my entire camera roll. go ahead, look through it. No one would want that. So it's about boundaries and it's about respect. They've created a false narrative. I've never talked about privacy. I think that's just a basic understanding.
So they would have let us in, but the media refused. Okay? So I'm done with that. So with this, William, he doesn't have the guts to stand behind something that he truly believes in. And this is why they had to chase his brother out, even though they tried to corrupt his brain, like one of the tweets that I was sharing, and where they were trying to tell them, okay, what you saw when you were young is not what it is. William was like, okay. He even went on national television, disrespect his mom, saying his mom is paranoid.
I would like to thank Lord Dyson and his team for the report. It is welcome that the BBC accepts Lord Dyson's findings in full, which are extremely concerning. That BBC employees lied and used fake documents to obtain the interview with my mother, made lurid and false claims about the royal family, which played on her fears and fueled paranoia.
Meanwhile, there's Harry, who literally have a mind to think and say, no, she's not paranoid. He didn't say it like that, but you could see the stark difference between the two and how they see this thing was being played out. Okay, so let me read some of these and that's it. But I'm not going to go to this screenshot. Okay, stop with the backpedaling, Jeremy. We all heard your earlier statement. We know you like to kiss a... Okay, there's that here, royal to be precise. Okay, well, if it's this guy who said he was a monarchist, at least he let it be known. So when somebody tell you who they are, you better believe them. This is what I was saying when he was talking. I think that's the same person. Where is it? Let me move it back slightly. Not him, the other guy. Him, he let it be. Oh, where is it? Okay, I think this is where he said he's a monarchist through and through.
Attitudes. I'm a monarchist, an absolute royalist through and through. Because we were brought up, all of us, by the Queen, who didn't get involved, because that's what a constitutional monarchy. I remember Prince...
Okay, even when he was saying that, I was like, I don't have to agree with him, but he's letting it be known who he is. And what he said pretty much aligned with monarchists. Look at the other, the Farage thing, where he told Charles to shut up because Charles opened his mouth on political stuff. So he is right. Okay? Okay. Alright, so let me read what's there and then move on. Bottom up. Okay? Let's see. One small one. Okay, so that's it. That bit was written for Prince of Pegging. Who knows? Maybe someone who's trying to destroy it, and because they know the type of William is, he doesn't think or follow through or don't process things to see if this is the right thing to say. So they voted for him and he said it. Okay, I call it. William needs to go wave someplace else because he can't play with the big dogs. I know. This war is uncharted territory for him. Yep. They know what they were doing. This comment is right. And this is why when I started sharing videos with you about Harry and Meghan, I was like, you cannot look at only Harry and Meghan without looking all the other stuff, the things that I was seeing. Okay, now this is where things are gonna crumble down or merging, where everything is coming into place, and this is where you're gonna see the courageous people. Okay, those who wants to fight for what they truly believe in. This is where it's gonna be right now. And this is what I was saying. The 2024 election that's coming this year is very crucial. This statement might sound very confusing because while I'm talking about the UK, I'm mentioning stuff about the US. So they all merge into one because people in the US, politicians in the US, there are some that are aligned with some politician in the UK. So if you've been watching all of my videos, the ones about politics and all of that, they all merge. Okay, so this might be confusing. I mentioned the UK and then at the same time I'm thinking of the US as well. Okay, so the UK needs to have its own courage as well to fight against what's ahead, because it's not gonna be easy, because the most powerful ones are in control of every aspect in the UK. What's happening in the US, the powerful, the rich and powerful wants the same thing. Okay, they want to do the same thing that is happening in the UK. So this is where the power grab, the tug of war is happening right now in the US. Okay, I don't see these things in terms of politics because I'm not a how do they call this, political strategist. Okay, I'm just seeing it as it is, as the uneducated version of them. Okay, so let's get back to the original recording because that statement that I just put could be very confusing. Okay, William cannot play with these people. They already know he's done with. It's the brother they're afraid of, like I just shared with you on my community board. Alright, William needs to focus on Kate, his children, and the people of the UK. It's all talk, nothing will come of this. Okay, Harry embraced his wokeism. That's why the right-wing press hate him. Okay, I'm reading this properly so far. Hate him. So if Willy wants to outwork his bro, then he needs to make all the sacrifices Harry has put. He can't do that because he wants to have his cake and eat it. So that's it. Yeah, be quiet and or cut your ribbons in peace. That's it. That's it. This is exactly that. I had to read it slow because there's numbers. She's probably was trying to cut some words. Okay, this is absolutely right. William doesn't have any control over what Netanyahu and the Hamas leader and USA's decision, especially USA. So him virtue signaling a PR crafted political craft platitude mean diddly squat. Best he concentrate on what's within his sphere of influence and within his control. Yep, that's exactly that. These comments understand what's going on. Prince William doesn't have a care bone and his evil little body. Oh my God, Prince William doesn't have a caring bone and his evil little body. How can he care about others if he doesn't even care about his own brother and his family? Such a fraud. Yeah, that's it. All right, let me go to the next one. There's more comments, but let's move on. Now, this is O'Brien, a video. I didn't hear it yet, but let's see what it says. All right, let's pause. All right, screenshot only you're gonna see, okay? Quote, he might be getting a taste of his own medicine. Caller Samantha says it's very, very ironic that Prince William is experiencing backlash from right-wing media outlets for his calls to end fighting in Gaza after he sided with these newspapers against his brother Harry. Okay, so let's listen to that. 58 seconds. Damn, I like when O'Brien talks, so it seems like it's the caller. I didn't listen to that yet.
Wasn't it Prince Harry who had taken those very companies or media outlets to court and had won? He had essentially won, these trials against them. So it's very, very ironic is now that his brother is speaking up, and his brother now might he might be getting a taste of his own medicine because he was told be wary of these outlets and so forth and the other by his own brother Prince Harry. The documentary.
No, he sided with the newspapers against his brother. I think that's a matter of record, but out of an impulse for self-protection that is pretty hard to argue with. So that's really interesting. The Mail, it's not the force it was, and we probably talk about it too much on this program, but that's why they have to put words into his mouth, because they can't attack what he's said, so they have to tell their readers that he hasn't actually said what he said. He said something else.
Wasn't it Prince Harry who had...
Okay, so Harry earned his respect. He earned his respect. This is why they're afraid of him.
Did you always embrace this role and responsibility?
No, I don't think I understood it. I think what happened to my mum probably put me a step back, thinking, well, how could someone who did so much for the world and did so much for everybody else could be treated like that by a certain institution? So it takes a bit of getting used to, but as I said, it's once you understand the privileged position that you're in, you've then got to spend the rest of your life earning that privilege and giving back, and also getting the trust and respect of the general public, and then using that position for good. A new spin on it from the youth. As a prince, you're born at birth with a natural platform to be able to try and make a difference. Yeah, which a lot of people have to spend years and years and years getting to that point. So from that perspective, I'm very lucky to have a platform to be able to try and make change in the causes that mean a lot to me, but also to you guys. And I'm still in your generation, by the way. But at the same time, as I said, being born with a lot of privilege comes with a lot of responsibility. But I like to think that I'm going to have to spend the rest of my life earning the respect for that privilege and trying to make a difference for the rest of my life.
And Megan, given your acting and the profile you had, you'd already been involved in various causes, you've been an ambassador for UN Women. What about this new role? I mean, you're going to have a bigger platform, a bigger voice. What do you want to do with it?
I mean, I think what's been really exciting as we talk about the transition of this out of my career but into the role is that, as you said, the causes that have been very important to me I can focus even more energy on, because very early out of the gate, I think you realize once you have access or a voice that people are willing to listen to, with that comes a lot of responsibility, which I take seriously. Yeah, it's still my baby. I wanted a place where I could share these great experiences I'm able to have and make it inspirational for people, but also a reminder that it's all attainable.
That is so cool. That's actually like
sweet.
Seriously, using your outreach for good, to connect with people.
Well, you know, I feel a really big responsibility. Like if you have this kind of job and you have an opportunity to have a profile where people are listening to what you're saying, I really, truly think you need to be saying something that's valuable.
I will always protect my family, and now I have a family to protect. So everything that she went through and what happened to her is incredibly raw every single day, and that's not me being paranoid. That's just me not wanting a repeat of.
He fought through the barrage of negativity. Okay, he went through court where people were mocking him. Oh, you don't have any evidence. You don't have this. He fought through. Okay, so let's read this. Okay, they're not really turning on him. They're just giving him a mild slap. If it were his brother, they'd be screaming, strip him of all his title and take away his British citizenship. Okay, I didn't see those headlines, but I'm pretty sure what this person said, it's somewhat aligned to some of the thing. Exactly, he took Murdoch hush money and called his own mother paranoid, vile. That's the other thing too. Okay, how is that none of the TV show or radio pundits have ever asked how Jason Kanoff, a KP employee at that time, ended up in court to give testimony on behalf of the male against Meghan, Duchess of Sussex? Okay, I'll go into that. Israel spokesperson essentially told Willy to shut the F up. Seems Willy hasn't spent any time delving into complexities of Gaza genocide. Okay, if he really care, this is the guts and the backbone that is needed. If he truly care of what he said and that statement, guess what? He will fight through. This is the thing with Harry. If he put something out, that's because he truly thought about it and he's gonna follow through. That's what I mean on my comment and my statement on my community board. But if William really care of what he said, he has to go through the same thing as Harry. He has to fight through. Okay, I'm waiting to see Willy's next feeble attempt at bringing peace to the Middle East. His PR has effectively been told to go F themselves. William is a traitor and nothing more. And this move of his is not gonna end well for him. Yep. Okay, and I'm all for it. This is what I mean. If he really truly, and the another thing that I posted in one on my community board is that it seems like the fun, the images, some of the videos that we're seeing that were coming out of Canada probably trigger something for him, saying, oh, look at how much fun Harry is having. I want to have those fun too. I want to go do this thing. So he probably doesn't even care of the process. You know, for him to be free, he has to go do somewhat similar in a different form in the UK. And at the same time, he doesn't know the hard work, the part that we don't see, they don't talk about. Okay, the Sussexes don't talk about the hard work in the background. But Meghan gave us a hint of that. Okay, in the Netherlands when she was introducing Harry. Okay, the many nights Harry stayed up trying to prepare for those games to be as smoothly as it is. I'll put the clip.
It is my distinguished honor
to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you.
Okay, so William doesn't know all the hard work that is behind it. But when we see the finished product, okay, Harry is all, he wants to enjoy it. And then this is the part that we see. And Harry have also said many of this stuff as well. When he, and one, I believe it was the second Invictus when it was in the US, where he said something, the private life have to stay private. There's a part where he said something like, he just want to enjoy, hanging out with the guys and the girls at the Invictus game. Okay.
It's unnecessary. I hope that people get to see me here in this Invictus role, cracking on with the guys and mucking in and having a good time with them. And this is half my official role, but half my private role. This is what I enjoy doing.
He doesn't want the people to intrude into the little things that go behind the scene. Okay, this is the thing. Harry have guts. He knows what he's talking about and he stand by what he's saying. Is William ready to do the same thing? Because Harry had to fight and for that respect. And the paper in the UK don't want to give him that respect. But around the world, we see. Okay, this is why respectable people wants to do business with Harry. Because he stand by his words. And then the brother is undermining everything that Harry does. Okay, look at the African pox, for instance. I posted something. I responded to someone who, from a post that I put, and one of the things that he said, oh, what about African pox? What about this? What about that? And then I respond to it, put links and everything. Next thing I know, the thing wasn't even there anymore. So I had to put something else and said, okay, if you want to know about African pox, there's this. Now I create my own post about that. And then saying, why YouTube delete my things? Allowed someone to delete my things. No one can delete anything that I put. I can't delete people's things because this is my platform. But anyway, so let's read this. The whole point here is that does William have the guts to fight through with his guts, with conviction, if he believed the statement that he put? Okay, if he doesn't believe it, whatever. They don't accept it. Okay, next. But if Harry were to put that, he will fight through it because this is something he believes in. I'm just putting the comparison. Okay, I'm delighted to see that more people are waking up and starting to recognize the deception. The downfall of the royal family will be remarkable. There are still some times to free themselves from the media grasp. Harry has done really well for himself. You see, there's the thing here. I'm sure some of the comment will not agree with that, but it is. He fought to. Okay, he demand respect. They don't want to give him respect, but he demand respect, and he's gonna get the respect. And when we look into this aspect, this thing didn't just happen all of a sudden. It was a systematic way of dumbing down the people to not recognize these kind of things. They already capture the medias, pretty much all platforms. Let's say the TV, newspapers, and all of that. And also, let's not forget, in the UK, you have libraries shutting down. There's a reason for that. So you don't get your information over those books. So not only they depriving you of some sort of a security in terms of finding job to pay for things and get what you need. Okay, so now if you need to buy a book, you don't have the money to do all of this. So this was a systematic kind of thing. Don't put the right information out there. Cut on things that will share the information to enlighten you and all of this. Look, the UK is in advance in this aspect. the US can look at what the UK is doing to not repeat it. And this is why we are fighting right now, because some groups in the US are trying to do the exact same thing. Because when there's no information, people are dumbing down. Look, I talk about the schooling system, how they're cutting things in the schooling system, but people are pushing through. They find other means and all of that. And this is why also they don't really like black people, because they can't really get the majority of black people to go in their evil ways. Don't get me wrong, there are some who agrees with the evil ways, but not all. Okay, so at the end of the day, some of us need to think, okay, if they're destroying all type of people like that, but they like my kind, so what happened when I'm the only one who's left? Okay, you'll be the only one they'll be ruling over. So all of these people need to think. It's beyond the discussion right now, but I'm thinking way past it. It may sound crazy, but I don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Alright, people are starting to get it. The truth is stubborn. William is the one who sold out his brother and made a Faustian bargain with the same type of people who hounded his mother until her last breath. And for what exactly? This is the thing Megan was saying. For what? Okay, when she was saying they're making her scared in the docu-series. And for what?
And you've created it for what? Because you're bored, or because it sells your papers? Or it makes you feel better about your own life? It's real what you're doing. And that's the piece I don't think people fully understand.
What was he protecting? What favor needed to be exchanged? Okay, that's another thing too. That's an ad. Alright, whatever is there. He didn't just side with the media against his brother. It was the same media that tried to destroy his own mother. Just show you who William is. Okay, hard agree, there's that. The media courtiers sold the public a lie that Harry was not smart brother. Over the last few years, Harry has proven to be the one with strength, who stood by his conviction, transparent, and great deal of emotional intelligence. Will do anything to compete with Harry. Okay, this is the thing that I was saying. I didn't even see this coming. Okay, let's see here. Make peace with your brother. Israel shrug off Prince William's ceasefire plea. One Israeli political aide compared the intervention to the Pope's call for a ceasefire, saying the royal have little power. Right now, the Israel, they think, I know it's hard to believe, as much as we don't see the end of the evilness that is happening, but the earth, the universe, okay, it will balance itself. They play people into people's mind. They find a way to trick people, okay, to believe one thing in order for them to do the evilness. But thank God, those who then fall into it, then buy it. And this is why mainstream media is not talking about it, and many social medias don't want people to talk about it. But eventually, it may not be in my lifetime, but it will happen. But we have to fight through. It takes guts, it takes courage, it takes strength and vision to fight these evil people. Okay, Cambridge student claim Prince William is not clever enough to study with them as he enrolled on university agricultural course. Oh, this is news to me. Oh shit. I never seen this. That was back in 2014. 3 January 2014. Cambridge students claim Prince William is not clever enough to study with them as he enrolled on university agricultural course. When I was in college, sometimes we do group study. You could see those who just want to drag on and get some of the information because you take notes, and there's some people who's really good at taking notes, and there's some who's not so good at all. You tend to know who the ones who don't take note or just want to leash onto your notes. So it seems like William is one of those who wants to leash onto people's notes. Oh my God. And before, was it at the beginning of my university years, I used to love to do group studies. Okay, I was, sometimes the professors talk really fast, And there's some professors who don't like people to record them. So taking notes in those classes where you can't record, you know, I'll start the sentence and then don't finish it because there's a next important thing that was being said. So sometimes when we are in the study group and I will start saying a sentence and then someone got the rest of the sentence and help me fill in what I was missing. And there's some who don't contribute at all. We used to say, okay, we used to make a, how do you call this? The ones who contribute to the group, we will talk with each other and say, this is the next time we're gonna group study and things like that. My goodness, he was one of those who just come in and get the information. Wow. And there's this vanity, compassion. Yep. Well, they raised him to be that way. And I guess if William leash out, and because he always have his way, the media might get a taste of William too. We will see. All right, that's an ad here. Not really accurate though. I say less sided with them and more about not having the balls to go up against them. That could be that too. Let me go into that. There's only two. William's only job was to inherit the throne. That is true. It's spot on. Okay, let me move on. I spent too much time on that. But there's some really good comment. There's more. Alright, but I'm moving on. Okay, so what is this now? Okay, so this is Henry VIII. As the heir, he was always going to be reclaimed by the institution. The minute he publicly referred to his mother as paranoid, the gig was up. That is true. Alright, the world was... Okay, they let some of his shenanigans pass. But the squad saw him for who he truly is. But the rest of the world saw who he is. You know, the son of Princess Diana and all of that. They will, you know, shrug off. But the minute... I remember listening to that and I was recording. And I'm glad I did it. I recorded it when I was listening to it. I was shocked when I was like, what? Did he actually say paranoid? Okay, and I knew it was over for him at that point. Okay, alright, so there's a retweet here. It saddened me to see how William turned out. After all, he's Diana's son, and I had nothing but admiration for her. I often think if she had more time, he may have turned out differently and made her proud. As it is, at least Harry showed true Spencer spirit and sought love and happiness. Okay, I'll go into that. Alright, so that's David. It's probably one of those... Okay, so that's not the same one. So sharing. Okay, I thought it was one of those reporters or one of the professors. David something Green. But that's not him. Okay, so Henry VIII retweeted him. So let me read some of the comment of. Okay, so it's not that much. Let me read bottom up. He was always going to have to choose between the firm and his soul. I just thought he will have to do it very much later. Okay, agree. He's being groomed by Dad and company. Diana is but a distant memory. Yeah, they erased that in him. Okay, and same will be for George, unfortunately. Probably taking him over younger than usual due to, you know, slimming down and people getting sick. Well, the 3 in the marriage is taking care of that. Alright, so that's that. I shared this in a video already, so I don't want to go over that. It's a TikToker who was making a reference, channeling Princess Diana. In other words, giving William advice how to move forward, this kind of thing. Okay, were it to be that Diana could speak with William now. Okay, so that's what this is. Okay, here world, let's subscribe. Okay, I don't want, that's an ad. Things were going as planned until Meghan come on screen. None of them saw it coming. That is true. I've said this so many times. There must be someone who listened to some of my videos. Because before, I even did a video where I said, why are they... I forgot the title, but I remember the thumbnails of it. It's on PYTE. Why are they complaining when they got... what is it? Why are they complaining against Meghan or something like that when they got what they wanted? Because Kate is pretty much the type of woman they wanted in the institution. Don't say a damn word. Just fix your hair. One of the presenters were saying that too. she's a mute woman.
One of the reasons Catherine is so popular amongst certain demographics, and I'm going to say older people and men, is because she says absolutely nothing.
Yeah.
She's a good little girl who keeps quiet and doesn't complain, doesn't do anything, doesn't rock the boat, and is a very traditional, old-fashioned mute woman.
So this is what they wanted. They got it, but now the minute Meghan came into play, and they realized there's Meghan here, she's pretty much the full package. And now they're trying to, not now, they try to make Kate a version of Meghan, but she wasn't trained for that. She could, if they really take their time and train her, maybe she could. But they're forcing it on her so quickly without any practicing, so it becoming very hard and frightening for her. Sometimes you look at her, her hand is shaking. Not that I'm trying to be pity for her, but it's the fact. This is what I saw. Okay, so now the game plan have changed, and now every time Meghan says something or go out, look at the tour that she did for the royal family. Okay, they sent her to fail, but she mastered it, and that sent them into a frenzy. Okay, it sent them to the blueprint and the drawing board to how can they do something better. Not even that. Their drawing board was to destroy her, not to fix what they have and make it to the standard of Meghan. No, they wanted to destroy so they could remain the way they are. But God is good. God is good. And this is why I say Harry and Meghan's union is the light that the UK needed. Now, not that they see the light, they see the comparison. Who has the guts to follow through? Look at the I'm glad that I shared, even though I didn't go full detail, about the Martin Brennan thing. Police investigation. What happened? Squashed off. Okay? So, who have the guts to fight this machine? Harry has it. Once they deal with him personally, Harry wants to make the things right for himself. But Harry can do everything by himself. He can fight your battle for you if you don't, like he said, oh, I don't even know where that video is anymore. He can't help you if you can't see it. Okay, so now there's the battle. He shed the light for you. Now who has the guts to follow through in their own way? Because it takes guts, it takes courage. It's not easy. Okay, those people, the evil, are not gonna let it go. Not that they got a grip of everything over there, but who has the guts? Okay? Are you gonna, there's so much to this, but let me just read and move on. Oh, so that's it. Did I read it? Okay, you are amazing and you're complete disregard and facts. Diana was paranoid. No, she was not. She was not. Based on the lies Martin Bashir told her, she was not. Okay? She told her truth. It's just that it didn't align with the way people over there feel it was. Okay, there's one comment. I'll go into it. The fact that is a fact. No, that's not a fact. Princess Diana was too bright, was too smart. Okay, and then she doesn't let it she doesn't let the imperfection of herself, she doesn't put a band-aid of that. She let it be known and corrected it. She was too smart for the institution. They thought they were getting someone who's they could manipulate. They underestimate her. Okay, that is a fact. And if it was well known by everyone close to her at that time, William had very right to address it. My goodness, William's statement. Okay, it is welcome that there's more of that. I don't even need to read this because Princess Diana was not paranoid, and it's also that's BS. Okay, Princess Diana was not paranoid. She was not. Okay, but this is the thing, though. If you want to look at it in this way, the institution is good at making people believe certain thing that is not. Princess Diana was seeing things. She confronted all the key players. She confronted Camilla.
When you saw her confront Camilla, were you surprised?
No, I wasn't surprised. This was the occasion of Camilla's sister's birthday. And she and the Prince of Wales went to this party, which to me was slightly surprising because Diana must have known this was going to be a difficult one, knowing that Camilla would be there.
I walk into the house and stick my hand out to Camilla for the first time and think, phew, got over that. We were all upstairs and I was chatting away and I suddenly noticed that there was no Camilla, no Charles upstairs.
But that wasn't for me to say. I did my bit, we arrived. And I'll never forget it because when Diana arrived at this house and this party, I didn't think even the guests themselves were expecting Diana to be there. And it was like freeze-framing a picture from a period piece of history, people dressed in their black tie and dresses, and suddenly this was a complete shock that, you know, Diana had arrived. But anyhow, some hour later, I heard my voice being shouted out. I was having something to eat in the kitchen. And Diana said, I can't find my husband or Camilla. And I said, well, what do you want me to do about that? Well, she did say, I want you to come with me. But anyway, we eventually confronted Giles and Camilla, who were sat on a sofa talking somewhere else in the house.
So I make my way to go downstairs again. I know what I'm going to confront myself with. Try and stop me from going downstairs. Then I don't go down there. I'm just going to find my husband. I go downstairs, and there's a very happy little threesome going on downstairs. Camilla, Charles, and some other man who I didn't know, chatting away. So I thought, right, this is your moment. So I went and sat down, joined in the conversation as though we were best friends. And I said, Camilla, I'd love to have a word with you if possible. And she looked really uncomfortable, put her head down. She said, oh yes, right. And I said to the two men, okay boys, we'll just have a quick word with Camilla, and I'll be up in a minute.
And Diana, remarkably calm, said,
And they shot upstairs like chickens with no heads. And I could feel upstairs all hell breaking loose. What was she going to do? So I said, Camilla, you have to sit down. So we sat down, and I was terrified of her. And I said, Camilla, I'd just like you to know that I know exactly what's going on.
To Camilla, look, don't treat me like an idiot. I know what's going on.
And she said, I don't know what you're talking about. And I said, I know what's going on between you and Charles. And I just want you to know that. And she said to me, very interesting, she said to me, you've got everything you've ever wanted.
And at that point, Camilla said something really strange, which, as I said in the film, never really understood it. She said, it's okay for you. You've got two wonderful boys.
All the men in the world fall in love with you. You've got two beautiful children. What more would you want? And I didn't believe what she said anyway. So I said, I want my husband.
Now, I knew at this particular point, any chance of any reconciliation here was seriously out of the question. And as I say in the film, that this was then the real beginning of the end, because at that point, Diana, post the separation, began a solo career.
She confronted the Queen about what Charles was doing.
But if Diana had hoped to get support from the Queen, she was sorely disappointed. According to the princess, the Queen turned a cold shoulder to her appeal for help.
The princess described an emotional scene inside the walls of Buckingham Palace.
And I was sobbing, and I said, what do I do? I'm coming to you, what do I do? And she said, I don't know what you should do. Charles was hopeless. And that was it. That was help.
They brush it off, and the Queen was like, what am I supposed to do? Okay, and then the courtiers, the men in grey suit, everyone around her, okay? She's not the blood princess. Okay, so they listened to the prince who was telling them, this is what you have to say to her. And when Charles fell off the horse, from one, I don't know if I read it or if one of those videos, I do not have it. Okay? When he fell off the horse, Camilla was already at the hospital with Charles. And then when Princess Diana found out, she quickly, doing her wifey duty, rushed to his side. Meanwhile, the courtiers was trying to hide Camilla going to the back door so Princess Diana does not see her. Okay, so and something like that. Okay, this is why they claiming she's paranoid, because everyone around her, okay, is framing the narrative that Charles want them to say to her, when in fact she see things for what it is. She pushed to it. She was on her own, by the way, on her own, fighting these evil people.
Do you really believe that a campaign was being waged against you?
Yes, I did, absolutely. Yeah.
Why?
I was a separated wife of the Prince of Wales. I was a problem, full stop. Never happened before. What do we do with her?
Can't we pack her off to somewhere quietly rather than campaign against her?
She won't go quietly. That's the problem. I'll fight till the end.
So, no, William is not true to the fact, okay? This is a Devendra who's, claiming facts. That's not a fact, okay? If you see what I see with all of this nonsense, the video clips and everything, Princess Diana was a fighter and she was fighting these evil people on her own. And then now they're framing her to being paranoid. She wasn't paranoid. And what is it? There's Charles who kept saying back then, all videos, Camilla is a friend, a very good friend of his, this and that, trying to brush off what truly was happening.
The most damaging charge that is made in relation to your marriage is that you were, because of your relationship with Camilla Parker Bowles, from the beginning, persistently unfaithful to your wife and thus caused the breakdown. What is your response to that persistent criticism?
Oh, that's the persistent criticism, is it? Well, and the trouble is, you see, that these things, again, as I was saying earlier, are so personal. It's difficult to know quite how to, to talk about these things in front of everybody. And obviously, I don't think many people would want to. But I mean, all I can say is that there's been so much speculation, feeding on every other kind of speculation, that it all becomes bigger and bigger. I mean, all I can say is that I mean, there is no truth in so much of this.
And I said, I know what's going on between you and Charles, and I just want to move. And she said to me, very interesting, she said to me, you've got everything you've ever wanted.
She said, it's okay for you. You've got two wonderful boys.
Speculation. And Mrs. Parker Bowles is a great friend of mine. I have a large number of friends. I'm terribly lucky to have so many friends who I think are wonderful and make the whole difference to my life, which would become intolerable otherwise.
To let people know, what you're saying is not what it is. Okay, now fast forward several years into now, where is Camilla? Okay, was Princess Diana paranoid about that too? Where is Camilla? Exactly where Princess Diana said she doesn't think people want her to be queen. The establishment did not want her to be a queen.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into, because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
And do you think that because of the way you behave, that's precluded you effectively from becoming queen?
Yes, well, not precluded me, I wouldn't say that. I just don't think I have as many supporters in that environment than I did. Yeah.
You mean within the royal household?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. They see me as a threat of some kind. And I'm here to do good. I'm not a destructive person.
Why do they see you as a threat?
I think every strong woman in history has had to walk down a similar path, and I think it's the strength that causes the confusion and the fear. Why is she strong? Where does she get it from? Where is she taking it? Where is she going to use it? Why do the public still support her? When I say public, you go in and do an engagement and there's a great many people there.
Was she right or was she wrong? Who's the queen now? Okay, you have these people lying to us, saying the Queen said, Queen consort, as soon as she died, they sent a statement, remove the consort, she's Queen. Meanwhile, you had a blood prince. When he married into the institution, they didn't even let him name himself as king when he was supposed to be king. Okay, so for this, who's not even a blood princess, but a side hoe, all of a sudden is, I guess, is the Queen of Ho. Maybe that's what they should put, Queen of Ho. All right, next tweet. Tampon 1, them with William 0, to be continued a survey. Let's see here. Alright, so these are the headline that was going on. Daily Mail comment, Prince unwise to wade into divisive debate. That was 21 yesterday, 2024. Okay, King Charles shows he is still in charge after Prince William's shock statement over Gaza conflict. Body language expert, oh God, says the monarch led in his first face-to-face meeting with Rishi Sunak since his cancer diagnosis. I think the rest are in different language that they are here. In French. Alright, let's see here. I saw this, I was laughing about it. Okay, you can defeat me. There's Harry here. I know, but she can. Oh my goodness. Harry is moving on. Okay, citing a body language expert in your story, toxic British media. Alright, what is that? With the instability we've witnessed in the British monarchy, including erratic behavior from senior royals and unprecedentedly bizarre PR stunt, it's reminded many of us that unchecked secrecy within certain organizations comes at the highest cost to women. That is true. So who is that? Where is Shelley Miscavige? Who is that? Missing since 2007. Where is Kate? Missing. No word. Okay, Billy Idol is so thick. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Oh my God, I'm already 50 something minutes and I didn't think I have much. Next tweet. Okay, so there's that here, same headlines. Make peace with your brother. Israel shrug off Prince William's ceasefire plea. There's the laugh here. Make peace with your brother. Israelis shrug off Prince William's ceasefire. We appreciate Prince William's concern. We also expect the free world to stand with Israel, said Israel MP. Okay, Israel, it's a baggage for God. That's all I know. It's a baggage for God. Prince William during visit to the British Red Cross headquarters in London in 20 February. His remark on the Israel-Hamas war were in line with the Foreign Office latest position on the issue. Okay, make peace with your brother. Israel, okay, same thing is being repeated. So there's me here. The Tories will find a way to use him. When someone can easily transform to whatever the situation is and without a clear vision on his own, and all he has displayed since his existence is savagery, they'll find a way to use a useful idiot like him. Now he's in territory of serious money hungry people, kind of. I was running out of them. Yeah, I'm not going to waste this opportunity. Yeah, that's the Tories. They'll find a way to use him. Okay, Willy is not a peacemaker. He'll probably be voted most likely to start a war. It's not funny, but it's true. He doesn't get on with his father. He's insulted his deceased mom. His staff hates him. His wife has been missing for 2 months. His only brother left the country to get away from him. He's a tyrant. Okay, that's a slap down if ever there was one. Okay, so there's that. Okay, I read everything. Next tweet. All the tweets are saying exactly truthful thing about William. Next one. Okay, so there's, oh my Lord, there's no caption here, but just look at the image. Look how he's looking at her. Oh, thank God they left this place. My goodness. Or even her. Even her in the back looking. Oh my Lord. Oh my Lord. I like this jacket. My goodness, she was in the territory of evilness. Pure evil. My God. May God continue to protect them. And I'm glad Harry saw things for what it was. He didn't brush things off. Because when you grew up in a situation like that, you don't really see the, what others will see. But he saw it, thank God. Look at those eyes on our Duchess Meghan. Yep, the look of acute envy and lust. You got that right. Such level of hate can send a person into a mental institution, sadly. Only the strong survive. That is true. That's an ad, and that's it. Okay, so let's go to the next one. My goodness. These people are, I'm telling you, every day I'm starting to think what I thought. Evil originate over there. Any guess when next we'll see these two beautiful souls? That's the squad. They can't wait to see Harry and Meghan. That's after the Invictus 1 year to go thing. Okay, in March when Meghan dropped her first episode of her podcast, this is people who just guessing. Okay, you already have a date? Let's see here. Yes, and I'm very serious about it. Who knows? But one thing is for sure, the toxic British press will be the last to know. There's a laugh here. I thought I respond. Okay, so there's mine here. Let me read bottom up. Okay, well, Harry said he has a couple of things in the UK coming up. Okay, mid-March. I'm thinking they will lay low for a bit. As someone said, the British media will be fisting off their website and make up stories when the story is literally on the website. Okay, admit you're a fan, as will the Derangers. They both have a lot going on. Okay, probably we will see their news on their website. It is actually good that they create that. Yep. Okay, this is why they don't really need to be on social media. Okay, I'm thinking they will be at the Oscars. Their good friend, Miss Son Harriman, is nominated for one. Nah, I doubt it. Okay, unless if they're going to present something. And that will be a surprise. Nobody will know. Okay, so that's my comment here. These two went on hibernation to power on their content. Once they are done with everything, they'll drop them all at once on us. They can do that because there is no leak in their circle. Meghan Markle told Variety she has a lot to come. Maybe a few finished touch on some of other content. Okay, remember the Variety interview that she did, and this is one of the best, for me at least, one of the best interview that was done in a very short period, and we got a lot out of Meghan.
Something to do with it, but good shows are everlasting.
That's what you're doing now. You have now come into Hollywood in a professorial capacity. What is inspiring you, and as you're kind of looking to make these new projects, what is the thing that is, driving the work that you're going to put out into the business?
Things that make people feel, I was going to say good, but it's more than that. Things that make people feel something, right? And feel a sense of community, but we have so many exciting things on this slate. I can't wait until we can announce them, but I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun.
We're here anytime you want to make those announcements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll get in touch then. Yeah.
We're thrilled to have you here as one of our honorees, our alumni. So nice to see you. Thank you so much. Happy to have you here because you are one of our Power of Women honorees. You are one of our alumni, and we're so thrilled because this is a night that is about supporting women and the idea that it's important to do so, especially in the entertainment industry. Why has that been so important for you to have that support and to give that support back?
Oh gosh, I mean, this industry is just so special, and you see how many women use the platform that they have and just channel it for good. And I think as the more we support each other, it just amplifies the work, amplifies our community. I'm just thrilled to be back in it and to be able to sit in this room, be in such good company tonight, and also to focus so much on how it's the crossroads of entertainment meeting philanthropy. So really close to my heart. It's gonna be a fun night.
It's going to be a really good time because it's full of women whose art has inspired us all this year. But I will say, I'm sure you've probably noticed that a certain show, Suits, has become a phenomenon yet again on Netflix. 45 billion minutes have been watched.
Is that right?
45 billion as of this week. We just found out 24 minutes ago that is the number.
Who's counting?
But literally, who's counting? What do you think is behind this renewed love for the show? Why has it become such a phenomenon again?
I have no idea. It was great to work on. Such a great cast and crew. We had a really fun time. I was on it for 7 seasons, so quite a bit. But it's hard to find a show you can binge watch that many episodes of these days, so that could have something to do with it. But good shows are everlasting.
Well, that's what you're doing now. You have now come into Hollywood in a professorial capacity. What is inspiring you, and as you're kind of looking to make these new projects, what is the thing that is, driving the work that you're going to put out into the business?
Things that make people feel, I was going to say good, but it's more than that. Things that make people feel something, right? And feel a sense of community, but we have so many exciting things on this slate. I can't wait until we can announce them, but I'm just really proud of what we're creating. My husband is loving it too. It's really fun.
We're here anytime you want to make those announcements.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. We'll figure out. We'll get in touch then. Yeah.
We're thrilled to have you here as one of our honorees, our alumni. So nice to see you. Thank you so much.
At least for me. All right, next tweet. Okay, what is Harry doing for the homeless? Oh, this is the tweet here. Someone tweeted that, and then within the tweet, there's a comment. All right, let's see here. 23,000 people need homes in Cornwall. Prince William promises 24. He made the same promise in 2023. Nothing's happened. Quote, all you've got in the updated announcement of exactly the same thing they have promised. Prince William must be borrow PR strategy from UK Gov. Okay, so let's see this here. That's from Byline Time. Exclusive, Prince William is part of the problem. The heir to the throne's plan for 24 new homes for the homeless is branded as drop in the ocean and Cornwall amid a mounting crisis. Oh my lord, I didn't see this article. When was that? There's no date. One Girls Reform George is skeptical. Quote, they promised to do these things 6 or 7 years ago. They actually haven't done anything. All you've got is the umpteen announcement of exactly the same thing that they had promised. Oh my lord. So that's that here. So this person comment here. What is Harry doing for the homeless? And there's me here. Okay, none of your business. Harry is a private citizen. If you insist though, go to Archwell Impact Report and look at the Impact Report. When he was in the UK with his wife, they were doing what the people needed. But their work was rejected and told his wife to go back home. As a family, they left.
This is more than a cookbook. And what I mean by that is the power of food is more than just the meal itself. It is the story behind it.
If you want to be private, go back to America and live privately. It's pretty straightforward.
Okay, so this is the Impact Report. And there's me here. This, you know what? Let me share it again here. I recorded it and it was supposed to be on our Port of Pure service. I have no idea where I put it. Okay, it's embedded probably in one of yesterday's recording. Okay, there. Harry and Meghan work in action. Okay, so let me go into it. Let's listen to it. This is Jose Andreas with Well Central Kitchen. Let's listen to that.
Partnering with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle as well to build community relief centres in regions hit by natural disasters. The structures are meant to function as schools, as medical clinics, community centres. They can essentially become whatever is needed. Tell us about that project, why it made sense to partner with these two people.
Listen, it's no doubt that Prince Harry and Meghan, they are people of action. Obviously, they bring a wealth of possibilities. Having them joining us, supporting what we are doing, is great to have people like them supporting an organization that we were very small 10 years ago, but that over the last years, take a look on this pandemic alone. We've been feeding people not only through the pandemic, hospitals and beyond, but we've been in fires.
Okay, this is the thing here. People who work with Harry and Meghan, they let us know exactly how they work. Okay, he's saying here, his charity was very small a couple years ago, but now that Harry and Meghan is involved, they're everywhere. They could support many other places.
Hurricanes, in the explosion in Beirut,
that they weren't able to do before. And there he is repeating some of those things here.
In Lebanon, in back-to-back hurricane category 5 in Honduras, Colombia. We've been in so many countries in this pandemic around the world. For me, it's an honor to have those two individuals supporting us and working together. Prince Harry has told me, Jose, next opportunity, I want to be there on the ground with you. They've shown before that they've been there next to the people, even when the cameras were not around. I love that they are supporting us and supporting many other organizations.
Okay, so this one, I don't know why it won't go.
From Soufrière Primary School in the Caribbean island of Dominica. The school you can see behind me was devastated by Hurricane Maria back in 2017, and in fact it took a whole 2 years before pupils were allowed back on site. I'm now here with my colleague Jason to announce the completion of the first of our community relief kitchens. The kitchen will be used primarily to feed the needs of the 67 pupils here at the school, but we'll also be offering culinary training to the wider community when the school's not in session. we've been able to design the kitchen in such a way that it's resilient to future disasters and will be activated as a service kitchen to meet those needs if it arises. We really like to extend our thanks firstly to ResDM, the local partner on the ground here, and also to Meghan and Harry's Archwell Foundation, whose support have helped the project become possible.
Okay.
Last question. Last question before we run out of time.
What the hell?
Your partner.
Okay. All right. So this is the thing. Harry and Meghan are not trying to reinvent the wheels. They look at what is needed and they see organization that's already established, that's already doing the work. So they give them the support that they need, and then they bring them along on the platform that they have, the light that is shedding on them. You know, everybody wants to see them. Everybody, hey, Meghan was like, okay, you want to see him? You want to see me? Here, come along with me. This is what you should be looking at. Okay, and they put money where their mouth is. All right. Let me read this.
Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
All right, let me.
As well
okay, get it out of the way. Okay, let me read this. This type of tweets. This is what I will be sharing on our Pot of Pure service. So if you're not subscribed to that channel, please subscribe, because there's a lot of other things that I share there. Partner up. The Harkles give little bit of money. That's not partner. Well, guess what? It's one less than what that. This is the mindset of these people. Every little bit count. This is something I will never ever forget in my entire life. At that time, I was in college. I had $100 bill with me. Okay, the $100 bill, and then some other change. I went food shopping. I needed a penny. I cannot believe the cashier was waiting for me to give that 1 cent. When many times you're walking and you're looking at pennies on the floor. I had to break that $100 to pay for that extra penny. Ever since then, I never give that extra penny. Okay, when sometimes, okay, before, sometime when there's few change, you will leave it in the cashier and whatever. I don't do that anymore. I never done that. That was a couple years ago. Every little bit count. This is the mindset of these people. No matter what amount of money, even if it's $50, Harry and Meghan gave to World Central Kitchen, guess what? It's $50 more than World Central Kitchen had before. Okay? Partner up, the Hackers gave a little bit of money. That's not partner up. I give a little bit of money, so I'm a partner too. It's more than that. It's more than that. This
community
come on.
Hit by natural
okay, Duke and Duchess of Impact and Action. Oh my lord. World Central Kitchen. What in the name? World Central Kitchen, Prince Harry and Meghan, giving what is needed to starving people and wars going on food and water, not words for PR. Okay, they have moved onward and upward. It's glorious. And the other thing
clinics, community centers.
Okay, this thing is really bothering me. Okay, I was gonna say something, but the thing keep on interrupting. Duke and Duchess of Impact and Action. There was something that I was thinking. Okay, I was trying to think of something, I forgot. So let's go to the next tweet. Okay, and I believe that's okay. Before I do this, let me pause again. You know what? I was gonna do something else. I was gonna remove that, but I'm already an hour, so let's make this the last tweet. No filter, just unbridled happiness with friends. Have a joyful day, everyone. Meghan. Alright, same thing is repeated here. Okay, Harry. Oh, that's my comment. I forgot I commented here. Okay, Harry in spirit and the far back looking at the future wife, baby mama, just saying. The guy looks like Harry. So I was making reference to this image in the back. It's very grainy and stuff like that and dark, but it sort of remind me of Harry in a way. Okay, so there's the heart. Finally checked, see the northern light of my bucket list. Okay, so that is it. What should we do? Prayer. God, you see what's happening. Do what you see best, because the world needs you to shed light on reality. All right, so that's the prayer. That's it, because the majority was about the other one. Keep protecting Harry and Meghan and their friends and their circle. And protection is the number one. Always make sure they have a roof over their head, including the Sussexes, the Sussex squad, myself, food on the table, and be happy. the best way we know how. Yes, when it's time to take care of business, we take care of business, but to be humble and happy and content with our friends and family and everything like that. Health and safety. Okay, so that's it. Thank you. And let's go back to this. Okay, so there's that here. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.
You are all in this together, and if I may speak personally, we are all in this together, because asking for help was one of the best decisions that I ever made. You will be continually amazed how life changes for the better.